Praveen Pavuluri. I'm the vice president of a company called Praveen Solutions. We do various things from a company standpoint, like relating the technology into an education, that to a primary education is what we do. We have various divisions in here, India and U.S. In U.S., we are into teaching. That's our core expertise. We provide a add-on teaching services to the state governments, the school districts over there, the public schools, as an after-school program especially for people who are below the poverty lines, the special needs, various difficulties in that. We help them out. So that's the area where we do in U.S. Coming to the Indian context, here what we do is that we have a wider spectrum of the product line, which help the whole gamut of the people, not just the instructors, not the administrators, not the students and things. We take them into the things, and we partner with various other technical things to bring the technology, using the technology, how can you enhance the flavor of either a teaching or either in education. So I just gonna share my opinions and feelings, and I came up with some kind of list of the things. I call it as a magic of 10. Always whatever I do with the 10. So this time I just came up with the 8 points. I just gonna read out or share with you, and then based on that we can just talk about a few things, or you can share with us and what you like, and I can answer if anywhere I can help you out. The first thing is, the technology is evolving. Today we call it as ICT, or 20 years back it's a different thing. So 15 years back there was absolutely there was no technology in the classroom. I'm sure a lot of principals agree here that there was no technology. It's a straightforward, as everybody says, is a delivery mechanism. But I still little bit of a disagree with that. It all depends on how the teachers has done at that point of time. The school I went there is also, even at that point of time, teachers were making an interactivity, not through technology, through interactivity of how you can apply the theoretical concept into how you can use it. So the interaction is always there. So it's not something new. But the buzzwords of an ICT, we can give any form of, can derive the ICT. But the core aspect of that is only to how can take a benefit or take a use of the other things to enhance the education, to where a receiver, I still gone to the concept of the receiver should always be a child. Even I myself always feel that, at certain topics I don't know, I always try to go and sit in a class wherever it is possible. It's not that I'm ashamed about my age, it's about, I feel that a knowledge can be received at any age. So bringing back that one is the most important thing is technology evolves. It doesn't stop. Today, 10 years back, email went back with the pretty much a kind of a computer-aided learning. Now, even the computer-aided learning, things were changed to exchange the knowledge in the sense, like as my other partners has got the other people, as saying that having the interactivity and everything. Now, which content is relevant for what student at what level? I'm sorry to stress this point, because this is where I feel is that it's more importance is what is relevant. What is relevant for student at what age, at what level, at what area he ready to receive it. So that's where I still, not only my company, many other companies, many other people have unanswered things. So bringing back one more point is, how does e-learning help our children? Do we need to say that the e-learning is only in a classroom? Well, I disagree with that too. And the second thing is that how is e-learning is just going to Google and type, how the anatomy of the bird or in those things, because that's going to take away the student from an objective to a different aspect of the things. Because even the receiver sometimes does not know, because it's just like other people mentioned before also, they're like a sponge. They can absorb with anything. Either it could be a good things or bad things, or completely go out on a different tangent. So how does still a teaching or schools can take that empowerment on a technology and try to use it, is my point I'm trying to stress here. Another point is that how does the e-learning is going to enhance the knowledge? Because the enhancement is, I want to say another differently is that all the multimedia and other things will set the foundation, will kind of give you an overview of what it is there and how it is there. Now, how can you enhance it? Like, how can a student take that and moving forward to an application level or something which during that process he can come up with some aspiration, want to do something. So how does that e-learning is going to help? That's the point which I'm just trying to think. Coming back to one more point is, how can a teacher drill down into a specific topic from a chapter or from a lesson to explain it in a class using technology? I have a broader perspective on this thing, because nothing can be taught in a classroom without a prior planning. I'm sure a lot of principals agree with me. Now, when you say the planning, a planning doesn't mean that CBSE have produced a 130-day planning or 140-day planning, and where people's been over years of trying to prepare lesson plans with specific things in mind, and then just trying to go to the classroom, click on a monitor and trying to do that, or give a worksheet, an assessment to a child, say, okay, go home and try to come up with a PowerPoint presentation or something like that. And I still, more than that, how do you correlate it into an updated world? Because as a lot of people also agree with me that the curriculums here is being pretty static. It's been changed a while. So how do you relate that enhancement of, with the things going in so speed, how do you relate revise the curriculum, which you can take it from a curriculum all the way to the application, is my point. Here, the key points are, take it from that, either it could be a textbook things, or it could be a scholastic areas or subjects which you can measure it, or you're trying to add on to the co-scholastic stuff or different type of skills. The purpose is, how can e-learning, it could be used to fill all those gaps. That's, I'm sure various products and various services are available in the market, but I just want the principals and the most key stakeholders in education is the teachers and the schools. So they should know what is it? What are they trying to gain that? Is it just trying to gain an assisting tool, or either they're trying to have some kind of administrative tool? So they should kind of relate the whole spectrum to have something which can assist. Not I mean to say have one product, pick the right choices to know what they need to deliver the things in the classroom, or not just the classroom, to build the children as the students are better citizens. And okay, I'm going to now quickly run my points very quickly. How can a teacher instruct at different levels of learning for different levels of students? And I'm sure I want all you to think on this aspect of how e-learn can help them. It's just these questions which I'm just came up in my mind, and I'm just trying to share with you. And there are some answers with what we do, but there are still questions which are unanswered. How can the students identify his or her areas in need to improvement? Like, again, either the teachers can help, either the principal can help, and what kind of content they can get to learn to fill that gap. So either that could be not a Google is not always a solution, or just not a one presentation is not a solution. How can they really fill the gaps? That's another point. E-learning must bring the level of understanding of every learner. That's another point I'm trying to state. I think with these points, I'm just going to stop it here. And there are a couple of points which more about a product line specific. I just don't want to talk about that. But I just feel that with the statement I'm going to close is that e-learning is not just a classroom tool. E-learning is something is to be used or to be implemented on a day-to-day basis at a home, at a school, at wherever the children are going to be there. And for the future, they should know, as like a textbooks, Word textbooks, the ICTs should be become in the future to use it, and they shouldn't be really use the the e-learning or ICTs appropriately, because I'm coming up with the American countries where it's already been a situation where e-learning has taken a negative side of the things. So I just don't want to talk about that. But on a positive note, right age kids get right content at an appropriate time is what the e-learning should help.